Namaskaram to all. I am delighted that India and Kingdom of Bahrain are celebrating the Golden Jubilee of establishment of their diplomatic relations this year. It's an important milestone in our journey. In this historic year, we are also celebrating the 75 years of India's independence. Though the diplomatic relations between India and the Kingdom of Bahrain were established just 50 years back, the deep-rooted trade and historical links between our two countries dates back thousands of years. I take this opportunity to thank the leadership and government of Bahrain for the welfare of Indian community, particularly during these difficult times of COVID-19 pandemic. I am also confident that the multifaceted bilateral cooperation between India and Kingdom of Bahrain will reach newer heights in times to come. Thank you all. Namaskaram.
This year is a milestone in the journey of our bilateral relations. India and Kingdom of Bahrain are celebrating the Golden Jubilee of establishment of diplomatic relations. This year is also a landmark year as India is celebrating its 75th Independence Day. It has been now 1 year since I arrived in this beautiful kingdom. I have come here in the midst of COVID-19 pandemic, and accordingly dealing with the pandemic has been the topmost priority, whether it is the welfare of the Indian community here or the bilateral cooperation between our two countries.
We have a wonderful picture of the relationship through the existence of thousands and thousands of Indians among our communities, working with us side by side and positively contributing to the growth and development of our country. I don't think there is any brighter or better picture to reflect the relationship between two countries than that of Bahrain and India.
Even though we are celebrating 50 years of diplomatic relation, which started in October 1971, but our relation goes back to India for many thousands of years. That's exactly what the President of India told me when I even submitted my credential to him.
No, Bahrain and India used to have a very good relation it goes back to around 5,000 years during the Alman civilization and Indus Valley civilization. All the items used to come by dhow from India also here. And until 1967 or so something, Indian rupees was the currency here. And still, old people, they say, instead of 100 fills, they say rupee.
Most of our merchants, our forefathers came here. They were conducting business in spices and pearls, and they were a significant part of the business community and the culture and the fabric of Bahrain. Most of the shops in Manama, in the Bab al Bahrain, in the old souk, had Indian businessmen conducting their business with them, and of course were in close touch with the royal family as well.
My relationship with Bahrain goes back to a few years after I won Miss World. We had this really unfortunate incident in India, which was the earthquake in 2001. And we raised so much money from the Bahraini people, including from the royal family. It shows you a very different light to the Middle East, a very positive light. It is a beautiful place. It is filled with wonderful people, and they are so liberal in their belief compared to the rest of the Middle East when it comes to being welcoming, not just accommodating, but welcoming of other religions. I think we have got a temple as well in Bahrain.
This temple has been here since last 200 years. Bahrain is a country where people live in coexistence. There are so many mosques here around. There are churches also around. There is a synagogue also. Being in a Muslim country, Hindu temple is a very, very big thing.
His Royal Highness the Crown Prince visited India in 2012 and 13. The landmark visit of His Majesty the King to India in 2014 set the roadmap of our present bilateral engagement. A visit of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi to Bahrain in 2019 provided much needed boost to the bilateral relations and diversified these relations.
I moved to this Bahrain 2000. I traveled all over the Gulf and the regions. The main thing, the best people, local people, especially the king and the crown prince, and the local people are very nice compared to other places. That's the main I decided to stay here.
I moved to Bahrain about 20 years ago with my family. I'm fortunate enough to say that Bahrain is not just a home away from home, it is actually home for me and my family. And the bond that you see between the Bahraini and the Indian community is a model example of a society, that is coming together for well-being, self-respect, and prosperity.
Having spent close to 30 years in Bahrain myself, let me start off by congratulating all of us, Bahrain and India, and I count myself as being a proud member of both communities, on the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between our two respective countries. It's a great milestone, and it's a real proud moment for me as well, feeling the way I do as a citizen of both parts of this world.
This is a big congratulation going out to the Indo-Bahrain relationship that has been going on successfully and beautifully and flourishing and thriving for the last 50 years. And this relationship is not going to go anywhere, but only going to grow stronger and better and bigger with more and more love.